Hi everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're back again with Beth Terminella of 110 Realty Group, and today we're going to talk about why to use a realtor when you buy a home.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, they put a for sale by owner, or they think, well, I'm going to save the money, but there's some things that y'all can do that they probably can't do and don't know to do.
Right. So thank you for letting me come out and talk about this. Number one, we have the education experience to help the buyer. You know,
You're working for the buyer.
Yes, we are.
You're a buyer's agent.
Yes, we are representing your best interest. If we go through and do our fiduciary duty to the buyer and do our buyer's representation, that buyer is our client, and we are working for you.
Okay.
And there's a lot that goes into that. And I would love to talk to buyers about that and how important it is to have somebody on your side representing you. And I've got 20 years experience doing
Well, and
this.
we went through why to list a house with a realtor.
Right.
Now the ball's in the other court.
Right. Yeah. So when you're listing a house, you're paying for that buyer's agent. When you're buying a house, the seller is paying for that buyer's agent. So it doesn't cost the buyer anything.
Right.
So that's really important to know, that you're hiring somebody, but you're not paying them to do that work for you.
Right.
You know, number two would be the neighborhood knowledge. If you are using a local realtor, they're going to know the neighborhood. They're going to know what's going on in the area.
Down here, elevations are a big
Elevations are a big part. The water is a big part. The sewers are a big issue to talk about with buyers. And it's important for them to know that if they're on certain systems, what those impact fees could be later on down the road, which we don't know. That's the unknown number. But they need to know that it could be coming.
Right.
So that's important. And that's all about being in the know in the area. And local realtors will know that. Professional networking. I talked about this when selling your house. When you're working with a buyer, agents call me all the time and say, hey, I've got this house coming up, or my seller really needs to get this sold. So I know what's out there, who is motivated, and we work together and we talk about that. The other thing would be paperwork. There's mounds of paperwork when you're selling a house. We have a storage system to keep up with that paperwork for you. We deal with the title company and get all those things together to the title company and make sure you're in compliance. Right, yeah. Helping you find the perfect home. Of course, I touched on that a little bit, that we worked with the other realtors in the area, but when someone calls me and say, look, this is what I'm looking for, I'm going to stick within that criteria until you tell me to go out of it. But I may know in my head, this house would work perfect for them. So it's knowing what's on the market and helping that buyer find that perfect home. And then, of course, negotiations.
Right, and that's a big thing. It wasn't last year, but now, you know, more negotiations are happening. And so, and realtors know what a house is worth. You know, if you're working for a buyer, they can say, well, let's offer them this, you know, and see what happens.
Well, I don't just do that. I do a market analysis. Yeah, when I'm working with a buyer, you know, they'll say, well, what do you think we should offer? Well, let me go back and crunch the numbers and make sure that we are correct. We're not going to make a guess at it. We're going to make an educated offer. Not guess, offer. And then, of course, that would save you the money. I mean, just that educated offer would save money. It also saves time because we are working for you again. And then timelines. I have an assistant that works with me. We go through the contract. There is a whole slew of timelines that the buyers need to be aware of and need to be held to the fire on that. So we keep those buyers in check with those timelines. The earnest money is at stake, your option money is at stake, and we make sure that we don't leave that to chance that, you know, you could lose that. So it's important to know what those timelines are, and we keep up with all that.
Great. Well, if people want to get hold of you to talk more about this, maybe one of the other shows, or maybe they're looking for a home or ready to sell their home, how can they get hold of you?
Okay. Well, my name is Beth Terminella. I'm a realtor with 110 Realty Group. You can call me at 214-801-9801. You can reach me on my website, WeSellCrystalBeach.com. You can come visit me. Our office is diagonal from the big store. We have a big sign out there that says We Sell Crystal Beach. So I'd love to see you. Come by and see me, call me, text me. Love to hear from you.
Well, if you have any more questions, get hold of Beth and 110 Realty Group. And until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless. Shop local, use a local realtor, and bye-bye. 110 Realty Group on Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer. Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients. 110 Realty Group in Crystal Beach, Texas are your real estate sales professionals, both in beach home sales and property sales. Finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella and Leslie Armstrong. Keeping up with the daily changes and available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula in